Hi, my name's Doug Kennedy. I'm a chiropractor in Boulder, Colorado. I'm also a certified acupuncturist, and I do a lot of mind-body healing as well. Today I'm going to be showing you some tapping about a whiplash incident. Tapping is something you can use to help alleviate the emotional stress. It can be used for many things, and there's tons of information on the internet, so I'm not going to waste your time talking about that here or now. If you don't know anything about tapping, you might want to do some basic tapping research or look on my other video, which you'll see posted at the bottom of the screen, and that shows the basic tapping points and goes through a little bit more about that. So we're going to start with a whiplash incident. Let's pretend one of you out there has been in an accident recently. Maybe it's bothering you. It could have been an accident quite some time ago, but every time you see a car coming at you, you get nervous, or if somebody gets too close behind, you get nervous, and this tapping will help alleviate that. If you have any post-traumatic stress about it, this is a great way to take care of it. So we're going to start with a very simple tapping abbreviated version, and then later on in this video there's a more complex version that I'll show you. Let's go with the simple version first. Setup phrase: you can either tap the karate chop point, or you can do a sensitive area on the top of your pectoral muscle right below your collarbone. There are some nerves in there that are usually a little tender. You find that spot and you press hard and rub while you say 3 times, "Even though I was really freaked out by that car accident recently, I totally love and accept myself. Even though I'm really scared to drive now, I totally love and accept myself. Even though I have a lot of strain or stress or worry about being in this accident, I totally love and accept myself." Then you go ahead and go to the top of the head. Worried about this accident, eyebrow points. Worried about this accident, corner of the eye. Really freaked out about this accident, under your eye. Really worried and nervous to drive now since that accident, under the nose. Worried about the accident, under the chin, on top of the chin, I mean. Worried about the accident, collarbone points, right here at the corner, right above your collarbone. Worried about that accident, under the arm. Worried about that accident, hope you can see that. 4 fingers or so, just a big wide swath. 4 fingers or so, a wide swath right there under the arm. And then you go back to the karate chop. Worried about this accident. Finish up on the head. Worried about this accident. Take a deep breath and let it go. So that's a short round of tapping. Now you can use any words you'd like, and it doesn't matter if you say the same words over and over again or if you say whatever comes to your mind. A lot of people like to process the emotions by tapping through, and every time they go to a new point, they just say whatever is there now, because you're letting go of some of the worries and new ones come up, or you think of a different way of expressing it, maybe even just getting deeper and deeper to what's really going on. That's fine. There are really no rules about this. Now let's do a more complex version of tapping. It uses the gamut points, and we're going to use some eye movements, some counting, a little bit of humming, and some of the ting points, or the end points of your fingers. Once again, check the video so you can see exactly where these points are. I'm going to tap through in the more extended version now. Same issue, a whiplash. So I'm going to do a different setup. Instead of doing these sore points because of the microphone, I'll use the karate chop point. Some people like to go like so. You're getting both points at the same time. Even though I was in this terrible accident, I totally love and accept myself. Even though I'm worried and afraid to drive, I totally love and accept myself. Even though I hate it when somebody comes up behind me, it really makes me nervous, I totally love and accept myself. Worried to drive. Worried to drive. I get nervous when people are behind me. I really hate it when I'm crowded on the road now. Pulling out into traffic makes me nervous. I hate it. I get so worried when I'm pulling out into traffic. And then if somebody stops short, I really get freaked out. Armpit point, underarm. Worried about driving in traffic. Now, instead of going to the karate chop point, we're going to do the ting points. So I hit right at the corner of the nail bed, saying what I'm worried about. Go through hitting these corners, talking to myself or saying it out loud. Worried about the accident. Worried about the accident. Then I hit the karate chop point. Worried about the accident. Now I'm going to go to this gamut point. It's right between my smallest bone and the next bone over. And as I tap that, I'm going to do the following. Eyes open, eyes closed. Eyes open. Without moving my head, I look down right to the corner. Then I look down left. Up, left, over in a big circle. A couple times one way and then a couple times the other. And I usually tell my patients to imagine they're watching a Ferris wheel. The whole time you're doing this, you want to be thinking about the accident. So I'm circling, thinking about I'm really worried about this accident. I go the other way, I'm really worried about driving and I can't stand it. Then I close my eyes, and now I'm going to hum. So I usually have people hum something very familiar that they're comfortable humming, like Happy Birthday. And that's all it takes. You don't have to complete the song. Then you're going to count backwards or do some kind of math to use the other side of your brain while you're tapping on your gamut point. So I'll give somebody an equation or say do some math in your head or simply count backwards from 10 by 2s, for example. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Then you hum again. Okay, then you can open your eyes and we go back to the head and the eyebrows, corner of the eye, under the nose, the chin, the collarbone points, under the arm, the ting points or the finger points. These are the beginning and ending points of many acupuncture meridians. And back to the last but not least, the karate chop point. Then I like to finish up the complex tapping by having people take a very deep breath, and as you exhale, you tap on the top of your head and under your sternum very, very slowly, and you slow it down as you exhale. So you're tapping and you take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. And that ends the complex form of tapping, which was originally developed by a doctor calling it thought field therapy, Dr. Callahan, and then it was taken up by Gary Craig and called EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique. So my name's Doug Kennedy. I've just taken you through simple tapping, more complex tapping, all about whiplash, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Thanks for joining me.